Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, you're right, it's me. This is my face again. um I don't know how to do this, but I have to do this. It's been a while. The weather is so nice out here, and I thought to come out and film, right? It's sunny. It's been a while. It's not summer yet, spring, but the weather is nice, so I thought to come out and film. Yes, just to enjoy the sun and of course do this. I've been struggling with this video, like, yeah, but I think I have to do what I have to do. Thank you guys for sticking around. um I was struggling on how to come back here on YouTube after the whole experience in Ukraine, the war and all that. It was crazy, it was hectic, and it wasn't a pleasant one for me. So I think what I would do, I'll just, yeah, from the title of this video, I'll just try to fill you guys in what I've been, where I've been, what I've been through. And yeah, some people were asking, is that the end of YouTube, and all that, but and some people will not allow me be also come back on YouTube. So hey, I think we should just do this. So today I'll just share a bit of how it has been with me. Some of you might not know I was in Ukraine. I was based in Ukraine, and yes, I was affected by the whole war and all that. Yeah, I got a lot of questions. Why didn't you vlog? Why didn't you, show us videos at that time? How things were going. Um, some things happened. Plus, I didn't plan it. So let me just get right into the story. Yeah. So, like I mentioned earlier, I was based in Ukraine, and then I started my YouTube channel somewhere last year in Ukraine. So I usually do sit down videos, and then I just discuss. So yeah, vlogging isn't really my strength. So I didn't. Plus, I didn't have the equipment to vlog at that time. I traveled. I was out of my city when everything happened. Yeah, so the whole situation caught me outside of my city, outside of my place, and I just had to find my way. My brothers, my sisters, sweethearts, survival first. you know um I think in my next video I'm going to give the full story of how everything happened. Maybe I should do that, but yeah, no, I think next time is, let me just do it. Right. Yeah. Okay, so I was mentioning what actually happened was, I was on an assignment. I traveled to a different city from my city, far away from my city. I'm based in the west, and I was on assignment to the east. So I was there, and after everything, when I finished what I was doing, I decided to pass by to visit a relative of mine whose city was close to my city of assignment. So because I had not seen him in years, and since he came into Ukraine, so I thought, since I was close by, let me just stop by to see him, because traveling all the way would have been hectic. Yeah, traveling for 20 something hours to go see someone. So I passed by just to check up, and then another. So I had booked my train to go back to my city. And then whilst we were there, of course, that period there were rumors of the whole war and all that, but as of that time it has not happened. It had not happened. So everywhere was cool. I have some videos, even I'll put up some videos I took whilst I was traveling. Everywhere was cool, everything seemed fine, everything was actually fine up until the day everything happened. I wasn't even around, and where I was, sincerely, we didn't feel it. It had not gotten there, so everything was fine where I was. We're just having fun. Yeah, you might be hearing voices. I'm actually in the park, just decided to come take some vitamin D. Yeah, so back to the story. So whilst we were there, I started getting calls from my city. Things were becoming real. you know so sincerely, I wasn't scared, I wasn't panicking at all. Maybe because I had experienced something similar in 2014. Yes, 2014. Then in the Donbass area, I was in Donetsk at that time. So with that experience and all that, I was like, okay, I wasn't panicking at all. I was very, very chilled, like very calm. And then like I said, I got calls, and I learned there was a bomb sound, explosions in my city, and I was like, you say what? Yeah. And So I kept on. That was when okay, even at that, I heard it was quite far away from where I was based, but still within my city. So at that point, I was like, okay, let me start seeing how I go. Because I already booked my tickets, to go back to my city. So I was just like, I'll just go on that day and all that. But as each day, or as each hour, if I should put it, went by, it started becoming serious. It started becoming more chaotic, and the whole tension and all that. And I am someone who naturally I don't allow the noise around me get into me. Doesn't I don't like to react based on what is going on around me. So I was just calm. I was just trying to gather enough information so I could move, and stuff like that. And then so it got to the day I was supposed to leave for my city. My train was for 7 a.m. if I'm correct. So I got to the train station, say like 6:30 thereabouts. So I didn't want to be late and all that. And on getting to the train station, I waited for my train. I couldn't find my train. My train wasn't there. Then I asked the officials, and then they told me my train wasn't coming. It wasn't cancelled, but it wasn't coming, and it wasn't going to show up. I was like, but you people did not inform. And it's very, very unlike Ukraine. Their systems are like on point. Yeah. So I began to sense trouble. So I asked, okay, when can I book another train or something? So I just needed to leave. My main concern was not even anything else but for my documents. I was like, if it goes on like this and there are no trains to my city, I might be stuck. I needed to, if at all I would leave with anything, I needed to leave with my documents, right? My certificates, my degree, my diploma, my everything, my international passport and all that. So I needed to get hold of those. I wasn't even concerned about every other thing because, hey, so I started looking for how to get to. I asked for the next train, that would be available, and they were like, there were no trains available. I'm like, what? And as of this time, there was serious bombing going on in Kiev, the capital. Okay. I was like, okay, when next? Okay, if not for that day, when next? And the lady was like, there will be no trains till like maybe 4, 5, 6 days later. And I'm like, me wait here for the next 6 days? I'm like, no, I can't do that. So I was like, what can I do? And the lady said I probably would have to go to Kiev from that city and then try to connect to my city, Ivano-Frankivsk, from Kiev. And I was like, okay. But she said if I get to Kiev, I would have to wait for like maybe 4, 6, 8 hours before I get a train to Ivano-Frankivsk. And it wasn't even certain. That was where I was like, the Nigerian in me was about to speak. I was like, gang, it don't happen. Okay, no, I was just joking. So that was when I was like, okay, I needed to just think of something to do. So there were no trains. And the only thing on my mind, like I mentioned earlier, were my documents. I just needed to find a way to get before it becomes too difficult to access it, yeah. So I started thinking of what to do. I tried calling, some people that could, help me. And the thing is, it was difficult to decide who. Not like I didn't have people to call, but it was difficult to decide who exactly to call, because a lot of people were not even sure of their movement because it was that chaotic. A lot of people were not sure. A lot of people were saying they were going to the Polish border. People were just moving, it was chaotic. So I needed to call someone that I know that, okay, this person knows where they are going for sure. So I'll just move towards that place and then get my documents from the person. So, and I needed to decide fast also. So I couldn't think of any, but okay, I called some people. I tried reaching some people. Their numbers were not going through. Because there was like an evacuation kind of going on in my city. A particular church was moving, her members and people, not just strictly their members, people were, leaving. So I was like, this is my best bet. I just needed to call someone who was going with that batch so that I would know that, they were moving in batch, like in groups, and it was just a bit more coordinated, and all that. So, and there was no time because they were leaving soon. So I called somebody to help me pick up my documents. I asked him, could you please do this for me? It's fine if you say no, I don't have a problem. I'll just think of someone else or something else to do. And the person was like, oh, okay, no, I have a problem. I'll do it and all that. Okay, please go to my place, pick up my documents and all that. So we did it on video call, and he picked up my documents. They were all arranged, nicely packed. So it wasn't difficult to locate. This is there. Open this place, you get this there. Open this place, you get it there. And that's all. I said, please pack them together, put them together and tie them in there's something, we call it pakiet in Ukrainian language. It's like these plastic bags, right? Yes, plastic bags. put them in a plastic bag. There are 3 different files. Put them in a plastic bag and tie them together so that you just know that all my stuffs are in one. Everything together was not even weighing up to 1 kg. I just wanted them to be in one place, I'm not the one handling them. I didn't want to, stress somebody else. Just put them together for easy access and, stuff like that, right? And the person was like, oh, yeah, no problem. So on video call, everything arranged. I was together with my relative, the one I went to see, making that call. And the person I've put it in my backpack. Everything is safe. And I was like, thank you. And the person was leaving together with the group. They were all heading to Romania. So I was like, you know what? Fine. Get to Romania. As soon as you get to Romania, let me know. Then I'll move from here. So in the meantime, because that was sorted, so I believe, I had to move from the city I was to another city called Chernovtsi, which borders Romania, So, but from where I was to Chernovtsi was another journey entirely. So, having sorted all that, I was like, okay, fine, no problem. This person assured me that everything was going to be fine and all that. I was like, okay, fine, no problems. As soon as you get to Romania, let me know where you are. That would inform my movement. But I will move now to the border. So, I'll be very close. I didn't want to move earlier so that we don't miss each other. I just wanted a definite, everything all planned out, also, I believe. So, this person was like, oh, no problem. I was like, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And, we went. So, I started my journey from where I was to Chernovtsi. It was a hell of another journey because there were no trains. There was no way to leave. All right, so I started. I had to remain at the train station because there were no trains, but I heard that some free trains were coming that was evacuating people to the west. So I was like, I'll just wait for this. When it will come, nobody knows. Guys, it's like I was prepared for rapture. When the train will come, nobody knows. You just have to be ready. You just had to, I had to be prepared. So I asked people around, how they've, some people had left, how they said, no one know the exact time. So you just have to be there. Some people were there the previous day. They waited until 9th. And then because the train did not come, they left. And as soon as they left to their homes, the train came. So those that were around when we did, I was like, okay. If that be the case, I'll just wait. So I sat down there. A lot of people were there too. I had my, my stuff, my bag with me and all that. And then we're just waiting. Luckily for me, or fortunately for me, the train came, and then one of the officials of the train station just came and called me that the train has arrived. I was like, whoa, okay, let's go. Actually, the train had not arrived at that time. It was coming, like it was close. So we got to the track, waiting. Guys, there were a lot of people. Yes, remember, videos and all that. First of all, I didn't travel with my camera. Secondly, my phone was bad. I didn't have a good phone. My phone was not in good shape. Let me just put it that way. Those of my friends who know, they know. Don't laugh at me in the comment section, but hey, my phone wasn't it at all. So I couldn't vlog or take videos or anything. So we were there. Trust me, there were a lot of people, Ukrainians, foreigners from all and sundry. We were all there waiting for the train. The train arrived, and then people were just trying to get in. People like, oh my God, it was chaotic. How I found myself inside the train, I cannot explain. But hey, struggled, got on the train. My relative was there with me. I even left my luggage. I was like, let me just get on the train first. So I got on the train, and then my relative, he passed my luggage, inside. He was also going to leave, but he was to leave the next day or that evening, and all that. I had to rush because I wanted to, because of the arrangement I have in my document. So we just said, okay, we parted ways, and then we were going to meet in Romania or something. So that was how we started the journey. So this train was a special train just to evacuate us from that side. So it had no timing. It was moving slower than regular, and then for security reasons, and all that. So it wasn't the regular. So we had no idea when we would get to Lviv. So the train was going to Lviv. We had no idea when we would get to Lviv, but we just knew that we would get to Lviv. The train was heading to Lviv. So we're all there. Everybody. People came in with their pets. People came in with their, everything. People were like, it was so packed. If you're familiar with Ukrainian trains, it's quite spacious, but this time I was so packed. So we started the journey. We were on that train for God knows how long. I know I arrived Lviv the next day, over 24 hours, if I'm not mistaken. I got to Lviv the next day. There were no trains to Ivano, my city, still. But I was less concerned because I already made arrangements for my documents to leave my city, to Romania. So I wasn't really concerned about my other stuff. Like, let it be. When there's life, every other thing can be restored. That is one thing I keep telling myself, and I tell people. Once there is life, we can replace everything that was lost. So I was just concerned about that. So I got to Lviv, and fortunately for me, I was able to get a train to Chernovtsi. I was in touch with some church members of mine who were in Chernovtsi, and they asked me to come. So yeah, so I got on the train. I waited. That one also delayed. There were a lot of people. It was chaotic, guys. It was chaotic. I didn't even know what I was going through at that time. I didn't know what I was going through at that time. So I just decided to just move, you know. So yeah, I got on the train. Eventually the train arrived. That one was even something else. The waiting time, they kept on shifting the arrival time. The train will get here at 10:50. 10:50 will move to 11:15. Like, you know, they kept on. I was just like, whatever happens, I'll leave for Chenefsi today. I think it was like 4 hours if I'm not mistaken. So I was there after how many hours on the road. So I waited, and then the train eventually came. We got in, and we started the journey. I met with some other African students who were also moving to Chenefsi, and then we were trying to also go into Romania from the border and just escape. Everybody was just trying to escape, survival first. So we're on the train. We were doing all that, and then finally arrived in Chenefsi. You know, so I contacted the people I was going to meet, and then they, you know, yeah, they, you know, yeah, we met up, took a taxi to their place, you know, and all that. So whilst I was doing all that, I was in, you know, communicating with the people that had, you know, moved ahead to Romania, just to, guy. So I was communicating with them just to, you know how far they were and if they had settled, so I'll know how to move. So I'll know how long I'll be in Chenefsi, you know, and all that. And so I got there, you know, settled down and all that. Then I called the person that had my documents, you know, just to you know, find out, like I was saying, what's up, where are you, so that I'll know where to meet you, or if I'm to make arrangement with someone to come get it, you know, stuff like that. And that was when I heard the news that I don't know how to explain it. So I called the person. First of all, I couldn't reach him. I won't mention names because it's fine. So I called the person. So I called someone else who, you know, I felt would be around, like, oh, I want to speak to this person, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I've seen this person around, you know, and all that. And they said, oh, yeah. And then they gave him the phone. And so I said, hey, what's up now? So, hey, how far? Like, you know, you guys there? Okay, what's up? So I'll be moving. If you guys have settled, then I'll be moving tomorrow, you know, to come and all that, blah, blah, blah. And then the person was like, something happened. He was robbed, blah, 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 and all that. Long story short, my documents were missing. So initially, I just laughed. I was like, hey, you won't get me. Don't prank me. It's not even April yet. No, there's no room for April Fool and all that. So I thought it was a joke. Like, I legit thought it was a joke. Only for me to find out that a man was not joking. Are you serious? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Wait, my documents are missing. The person said yes. I was like, I just caught the call. Seriously, I caught the call. Like, no, that's not true. Everything I can call a document was missing. This could be a prank. Like, no, now, you can't, man can't be serious. You know, let me just call back to find out, say, stop pranking me. Nigeria say, no, they whine me, you know, stuff like that. So I called back, paused the phone, you know, I was reaching him through someone else and all that, the whole change in country stuff and all that. And then it happened that man was serious. Our last documents were gone, everything. How did it happen? Sincerely, I called the call again the second time because now it was like, okay, this is real. It's no prank. Nobody's pranking you. So what could be going on? So I called the call, got inside. Then I couldn't even say it out. Like, anyways, I told the people I was with, like, guys, you guys wait till you don't. I was just smiling. Like, people don't know what's going on right now. Like, because they were even trying to, oh, how was your journey? How did you go? I was like, wait, people don't even know what's going on right now. Anyways, I called back and I was like, please explain to me, how did it happen? It happened that, trust me, I'm not gonna lie, the story doesn't make sense. I don't buy whatever it is I heard. I was hurt, so I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. So long story short, the documents were missing. The person said he put it in a bag. It was dragging the bag and then the bag got missing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hold on. It was when I called the call and then I was thinking about it and I was like, wait, you were dragging a bag. But when I called you earlier, the documents were not in a bag that could be dragged, or I don't know. So how exactly? So it happened that the person removed my documents from the initial place he had put it and put it in another bag. Anyways, documents got lost. Mine got lost. His did not get lost. It's okay. That was when I knew that I was in for it. So let me pause. By the way, guys, please, I am looking for my documents. I don't know how best to put it, but yeah, everything you can think of. I have my medical degree there. My passport, of course, I've gotten a new one now, my international passport. My results, everything I can call a document is there. So I'm trusting God that I'll find it. You never can tell. Probably there's someone here watching and all that. So for the records, it was lost on the border, Ukraine-Romanian border, Siret border, to be precise. It was a pack of 3 different files, one green, 2 different shades of green files, and one blue or red, if I'm not mistaken. So I have my medicals, everything, documents. So please, if you find it, help a sister. All right. I'm not here to play the blame game or something. We don't need all that. I won't do that. Yeah, it was crazy. It was avoidable, but hey, the deed has been done. We are here. I don't want to think about it. I just try to be positive. I believe strongly that I'll find it. In all things, in all situations, we give thanks. That's how we roll over here. We don't allow any bad things get to us or any unfortunate situations get to us. I believe God always has a plan, and God works wonders. So yeah, I'm putting it out there. Please, if you find my documents, help a sister. Thank you. Anyways, so ever since I've been in Romania, I was able to. So after a few days, I moved from Chenefti. We just had to move. So I had to come into Romania. We just photocopy copies of my passport. Like I made copies, came in paper. It was quite hectic. Getting into Romania, it was quite hectic. Initially, it wasn't supposed to be, but because I didn't have a passport and they had to stamp me into the country, so they had to put me aside, and a lot of paperwork, and all that. By the way, the Nigerian embassy in Romania came through strong for me. Like they really came through. I'm going to applaud them. They came through, for me. They later came, with me where I had to go do some paperwork and all that. Yeah. If we complain when people don't do their work, we should also commend them when they do their work. And if one of my slogans here on my channel is commendations over condemnation. We don't just condemn people. We don't just only spot the negative. We also applaud people when they do the right things, right? So the Nigerian embassy, Romania, personally, I will applaud them. They came through for me. They did well. I think some of the workers, yeah, they came through for me. And yeah, so I came into the country, and then I moved, and then I finally met up with my friends, my other people from my city, because they had moved to Bucharest, the capital, and I came in through Siret, went to a different place for my paperwork. Like I was stressed. But we moved. So I went to Suchaiva. From Suchaiva, went to, into the city. The embassy helped me, accommodated me and all that. Mr. Adeoye, God bless you, sir. And then, yeah, put me on the train. Then I got to Bucharest to link up with my people. And then, yeah, the rest, as they say, is history, isn't it? Maybe from time to time, I'll follow up with the stories and all that. So I'm back. Basically, I'm alive. As you can see, I am not dead.
As you can see, I am not dead.
Yes, I'm alive. I wasn't bombed. I wasn't trapped in Ukraine. Ukraine is home. Ukraine will always be home. Spent 8 to 9 years of my life there. Yeah. So I think from time to time I'll come out and share my next video. I'll probably share my story so far from Bucharest till now, and all that. Maybe this might be the start of me vlogging. Vlogging is not my strength. I miss my setup where I just sit down and speak and all that, but let's see how it goes. Should I say cheers to new beginnings or what, and all that. Let's see how it goes from here. But I'm back. Yeah, I'm back, and I'll continue, try my best to be consistent on this space. I will be consistent. I remember writing my goals for this year, uploading videos every week, which I started until that interruption and all that. Yeah, so I have a new phone now which I'll be using to film because I didn't travel with my camera and all my kits and everything, left them in Ivano. But hey, like I said, when there's life, every other thing can be regained, every other thing can be bought. So I'm grateful. Thanks to everyone who has been checking up. Thanks to everyone who have been pushing me. Come back on YouTube. Come back on YouTube. I am back now. So yes, till I come your way in my next one, please guys, don't stop the love from coming. Like the video, subscribe, share, drop a comment, drop a comment, drop a comment. Anything, ask me questions. If there's anything you want me to talk about, also, please feel free. And I'll catch you in my next one. But remember, like I always say, you have a lot inside of you. The world awaits, bring out your light, let it shine, be good, be true to yourself, evolve. I think I'm evolving too. Yeah, evolve, and let's all grow together. Let's make the world a better place. I'll catch you in my next one. Till I come your way again. It's bye bye.